For the past few days, I have been closely monitoring the Hezbollah-Israel conflict. After reviewing many reports, it seems evident that this is neither a sudden nor a shocking incident. Israel have been planning this for a long time. Israel's goal is not about winning. This time it seems to be focused on completely dismantling the axis of resistance. I am highly skeptical that Iran will intervene in this matter. If we analyze the situation closely, Israel-Hezbollah conflict and the ground invasion are not mere incidents but rather part of a well-planned psychological and intelligence operation meticulously orchestrated by Mossad. While most people may think this is a purely military operation, Mossad has strategically planned this to create confusion within Hezbollah. Even the CIA was kept in the dark about their plans and intent. The fear and chaos they created through pager and walkie-talkie blast, followed by the elimination of the top leadership, have plunged Hezbollah into chaotic situation. On the ground, Hezbollah's communication network have been completely cut off. Now Israel will likely eliminate ground operatives as they are clueless about the unfolding events. Israel and Mossad's strategy appear to involve dismantling Hezbollah network before they have a chance to regroup or reorient themselves. For now, Hezbollah's chain of command is disrupted, leaving their operatives unsure of what is happening. This could become one of the most infamous spy operations in years if Hezbollah top leadership cannot regain control or restore their communication network. If there is a leadership vacuum within Hezbollah, Mossad will likely exploit this situation, potentially bringing an end to the Hezbollah. From the Mossad point of view, this is the best time to strike its enemy. A series of events is playing out that is unfavorable to Hezbollah. However, this is not just a regular military engagement. Hezbollah has been drawn into large-scale coordinated intelligence operations that it is struggling to cope with due to the speed and complexity of Mossad's plan. Many people are missing the crucial details of the Mossad operation. It's not only targeting the top leadership of Hezbollah, Hamas and the Houthis, but also Iran's IRGC leadership, effectively crippling the communication networks between Iran and the axis of resistance. Without further coordination, these operatives will suffer massive damage. Israel's goal is to destroy the intelligence and communication networks of its enemies to ensure the success of its operation. I believe Israel will continue to leverage Mossad's capability to dismantle its enemy's network. Their military operations against Hezbollah are unlikely to be conventional, but instead will focus on intelligence-based raids on the terrorist network, with close coordination between the IDF and the Air Force assets. This is purely tech-int operation, signaling a new era of warfare beyond just drones, one deeply rooted in intelligence and advanced technology. The conflict between Israel and Hezbollah represents a significant shift in modern warfare, where intelligence operations and psychological warfare take precedence over traditional military tactics. What we are witnessing is not a simply series of ground skirmishes or air strikes, but a larger, deeply interconnected war of information, disinformation, and intelligence gathering. Mossad, known for its precision in covert operations, has effectively blurred the line between military action and intelligence work. This isn't just about striking targets, it's about systematically dismantling Hezbollah's ability to coordinate, communicate, and command. In modern warfare, having superior weaponry is no longer the sole determinant of success. Controlling the flow of information and disrupting the enemy's decision-making processes are far more critical. In this scenario, Hezbollah's reliance on its vast networks of operatives as well as its ties with Iran through IRGC has been its strength. But it is precisely this dependence on a centralized network that Mossad has exploited. By serving these lines of communication, Israel has thrown Hezbollah into disarray. Leaders and operatives are operating in the dark, and without clear directives, confusion reigns. Additionally, Mossad's psychological tactics cannot be overlooked, creating fear, uncertainty, and chaos within Hezbollah rank is as much as a part of operation as physical attack. By targeting communication networks and leadership, they are fostering distrust and confusion internally. There are reports of growing disillusionment among Hezbollah operatives, who now question not only their leadership but also their strategy and capability to defend against Israel's multifaceted assault. Meanwhile, Hezbollah's traditional military response is limited. Without the ability to regroup, communicate, or counter Israeli's intelligence operations, their options are rapidly narrowing. The vacuum left by incapacitated leadership could lead to factionalism within Hezbollah, further eroding their ability to resist effectively. This in turn opens the door for Israel to intensify its operation while its enemy remains in chaos. Iran's position in this conflict also warrants attention. While many expect Iran to come to Hezbollah's aid, Tehran has remained conspicuously restrained. This may indicate that even Iran is being caught off guard by the scale and precision of Mossad's operation. If Iran's IRGC leadership is also being targeted, as some reports suggest, this would complicate any coordinated response from the axis of resistance. Moreover, Israel's operation seems to be not just at Hezbollah, but at a larger network of resistance movement aligned with Iran. By targeting the communications infrastructure of these groups, Israel is effectively cutting off the coordination and mutual support that has defined the axis of resistance for decades. This is not just about Hezbollah, it's about reshaping the balance of power in the entire region. One must also consider the role of technology in the conflict. Israel's use of advanced intelligence gathering methods, cyber warfare, and electronic disruption highlight how future conflict may be fought not just on the battlefield but in the digital realm. This is the 21st century conflict where drone surveillance systems and hacking play as significant role as a boots on the ground. In the coming weeks, Hezbollah's ability to adapt will be crucial. If they can re-establish communication lines and reassert some semblance of command, they may be able to stave off complete collapse. However, the Mossad's persistent attacks on their intelligence and leadership, this may be a near impossible task. Israel, on the other hand, will continue to apply pressure using its intelligence superiority to remain one step ahead. The operation will likely escalate in phases, with further targeted strikes aimed at both operatives and strategic assets. What remains clear is this is a conflict far beyond conventional warfare. Israel is not just trying to defeat Hezbollah militarily, but is seeking to dismantle its entire operational structure. By attacking its core communication leadership and morale, Israel is laying the groundwork for what could be the most significant blow to Hezbollah since its inception. The conflict might serve as a case study in the future of warfare. The integration of intelligence, cyber warfare, psychological operations into a seamless military strategy is something we may see replicated in other global conflicts. The days of conventional ground wars, where two armies meet on the battlefield, are fading. In their place is a new form of conflict where intelligence and information are the most potent weapons. And victory is determined by one's ability to outmaneuver the enemy not only on the battlefield but in the shadows as well. In the larger geopolitical landscape, this conflict could have broader implications. If Hezbollah, Hamas, and the IRGC are severely weakened, it could shift the regional balance of power significantly, reducing Iran's influence over its proxy groups and emboldening Israel to further pursue its security objectives. The border axis of resistance spanning Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, and Yemen may face similar fate if Israel's intelligence-based operations continue to bear fruit. In the evolving chess game, Mossad's precise and calculated approach shows that modern conflicts are increasingly about disruption rather than sheer force. The outcome of the operation may redefine how wars are fought in the future and establish Israel as a dominant player in the intelligence and cyber warfare realm.